So you want to get into the insurance industry, but you don't have a license yet. Or maybe you're already an adjuster, but storm season ended 2 months ago and you're sitting at home wondering how you're going to pay bills until the next storm season. Well, what if I told you that there's a way to start earning money in the insurance industry this week? No insurance adjuster or license required, and you can do it whether you're brand new or you're a veteran looking for off-season work. I'm Matt, and I've been in this industry for nearly 30 years as a staff adjuster, an independent adjuster, and now running the largest adjuster training platform online. And in this video, I'm sitting down with Noah from Hancock Claims, and he's going to show you a path into this industry that most people don't even know exists. This could be your answer to getting started immediately, or even filling those income gaps between deployments and between seasons. But first, are you looking for the #1 resource for damage identification books, trainings, and certifications, as well as virtual trainings and even desk adjuster trainings? Get these industry standard certifications right now at hageeducation.com and use code AdjusterTV at checkout. Okay, let's get into this starting now. So what is Hancock and how is this different from like being a claims adjuster or doing like roof sales or roof, exactly what is it?
We started over 20 years ago. We started in 2003. We started as a roofing company. And we had adjusters here locally in Atlanta that found us reputable, right? So honest roofer, right? And they started to ask because the construction at the time, so the 90s, early 2000s, everything was 12-12, right? And it's steep, especially down here. And we kind of have the saying that if you can climb in Atlanta, you can climb anywhere.
Right.
And so they would reach out to our owner, Brad Hancock, and ask him to complete an inspection. Now, if there was damage, there was opportunity for Brad, to obviously offer a roof replacement. A large carrier came to us and said, hey, we're thinking about starting an inspection opportunity for certain vendors. Do you want to apply? So Brad said, yeah. And that turned in from just one state to then, hey, we just had a hailstorm in the Carolinas. Can you go over? Chicago just had a wind event. Can you come up? And every place that we've gone, we just never left. And so we're not licensed adjusters. Most of the workforce are subcontractors. My background isn't even in insurance. 13 years ago, I was a police officer. I was on our traffic unit, right? And when I was looking for an opportunity, financially, the wife, she was a school teacher, right? And we're looking to have children and build that family. It was more advantageous for me to ergo police work. Basically, I traded my gun and my badge for a ladder and a rope, right? And so they said, hey, can you climb that roof? And I said, so I'm not getting shot at. This is a perfect opportunity. I'll look at the photos, right? And the way that would always come up was, so you went from being a cop to a roof inspector? I said, well, think about it this way. When I was a cop, I had to have probable cause to make an arrest, right? I look at the roof the same way. So probable cause would be, are there dents in the elevation when you're doing your walk around, right? Do you see any collateral, spatter and stuff like that? All that is telling you what you're going to already find on the roof. Right. So wind damage, is it a hurricane? Are there, shingles missing? Or is there exposed deck? Is there holes? Is the house even there? Right. And so I kind of put 2 and 2 together and said, I love helping people. Yes, the money is advantageous, but I also get to travel the United States. I get to work in a brand new industry. And it's not like you can get out of having homeowners insurance, right? This is going to be sustainable, right? It's recession proof. And we kind of saw that in COVID too, right? So that's kind of how we started. We're just property inspection, a property inspection company. We do have adjusters on our staff now. Over the years, we started with, we look at just the roof and nothing else, none of the elevations, none of that, right? But now we're more full service. So not only are we doing the exterior, right? We can do the roof. We can go inside. A lot of those technology partners, the the ones that allow you to take photos and produce aerial imagery, right?
Mm-hmm.
The sketches and stuff like that. Those are all in our, I guess, toolbox, so that whether the carrier wants A, but they don't like B, or say they want just C, we have to be able to provide that, because every one of them want an inspection a little different. They either want it on their paper. It's just like, their guidelines for writing an estimate.
Sure.
We have to be able to be agnostic, and then, really just plug and play for them. So when I started in 2013. There was 75 of us. There's thousands of us now, because we also have a managed repair network. We have a contents division. So what started out as, hey, go look at shingles, has really turned into, can you help me with a property loss? So it's been fun to see. I kind of say it this way. I had hair when I started, like literally I had hair when I started. I did everything with an SD card and a camera. I hand drew all of the measurements on the roof. In the summer, it was always tricky, because you're sweating so much. You're trying not to get your piece of paper that you're taking notes on wet, right?
Yep.
And so that's us. That's Hancock. It's been a great ride, and we can get into how does that help independent adjusters. Is it taking margin from the market? I always look at that two different ways. The carrier wants the inspection somehow, some way, right? And we all can't be in the same place at the same time. So I think there's room for both entities. And at the same time, I know that not everybody can climb a steep roof, right? And my job is to not turn down any claim or project, right, where the roof is too steep. So we've gotten into boom lifts. We've explored, the drone airspace, right? The manual flying over properties. At the end of the day, what I do know is the customer can see what we're doing right from the ground, and being on that roof and actually being able to take those photos. What we have to navigate is that we don't make the coverage decision, right? So I still have to have the independent adjuster, or I still have to have that adjuster with the carrier to make those coverage decisions. Our job is really to just get up there and provide the documentation that helps either the independent adjuster or the carrier, settle that claim file.
You said that you do have some adjusters on staff, so you guys are kind of, and I have worked with Hancock in the past. I'm pretty sure I ran into you guys on Hurricane Sandy in New York. There was some, slate, 14, 12 pitch roofs. And I'm like, I was a manager on that, a field manager. And I was like, we're not getting on that. We're going to get somebody else to look at this. Cause it's just, and then the back, it's like on a hill, and it's like a walkout basement, 3 stories. And there's no way in the world you can't even see the back slope from the ground. So you guys could classify yourself as kind of like a hybrid IA firm now, or are you still strictly inspections and like helping the adjuster?
Yeah, I think it's a fair question. And the way that we see this is you have to write that estimate, right, to apply that coverage decision. I can help produce those items that are going to be listed on that estimate for you. And ergo, that's why we would have a desk adjuster or licensed staff adjuster on our team, because we know that is the stepping stone between really the subcontractor and the IA or the adjuster, right? So we're not adjudicating the claim. We're just putting those line items on that estimate for you so that you guys can review. It's really about speed and efficiency, right? So say, for instance, your estimate you get from us is 90%, right? You're still going to apply the coverage. You still want to review that whole file. You're going to look at it from an integrity standpoint. X, Y, and Z needs to be added. This is what I'm going to submit. So it's almost like you needed somebody to take your photos for you. All right. So we stepped in and started taking those photos. On the estimate piece, can we put some light items on it for you? Yeah. And the way we want to protect ourselves and obviously provide a good product is we know that's with the adjuster.
Gotcha. So the burning question that I think that probably anybody who's watching this has been like, Matt, ask this question. is it possible for somebody to be an independent adjuster like during storm season and just go do cat work and then come home and, for 6 months and then come home and flip on the app or whatever and start taking Hancock assignments at home?
That is correct. So basically what we would do is have them on board as a subcontractor for us. You let me know when you can receive assignment. There's a cat that hits Florida, right? And you want to go to it and join an IA firm, and hey, that's what you guys want to do. That's fine. We understand that, right? When you are over that deployment, come back, let us know. You start receiving assignments again. Wow,
that's awesome. Now, another question that just thought of. So, as an adjuster, I would deploy. I did daily and catastrophe. I did all kinds of things, but primarily catastrophe. But obviously, you travel for catastrophe. Typically, only rarely would I have a cat hit. It's where I'm sleeping in my own bed. But sometimes when things were a little bit slow or in the off season, I would reach out to my to my IA firms and be like, hey, listen. You got anything, I call it deployed dailies, basically, where, if I'm living in Dallas and they've got just straight up daily claims, the house fires, vandalism, all that kind of stuff in Seattle, I'm willing to go stay in a hotel and see. I don't know if that would work for you guys, but yeah, so that's what you just basically go do daily claims somewhere other than your home location.
Yep. We have that. And being coast to coast, right? So, winter weather for the West Coast is, from Thanksgiving to Valentine's Day, right? And us being on the West Coast, I can take that Dallas or that Denver that is under snow, and I have needs in those areas. So we can shift those resources so that if you didn't want downtime, and you were just a local resource, you could technically daily deploy, right?
Sure.
That's what, in the beginning, snow would run us out. Well, now that I'm close, I have a better opportunity to have, and we have daily work across the United States. But if you're in Minnesota, right, and you are snowed in for 3 months and we need help in LA or Seattle, or come down to St. Louis, and you're willing to travel, absolutely, right? I know we need the help, so we would take it.
Gotcha. Now, is the same thing apply with the hotel and everything, or are they on their own with that? That's awesome.
We would still cover the hotel.
That's cool. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of opportunities for people who are. I mean, we're in the same industry, right? So people who are coming in, maybe somebody who's. I get a lot of questions about what do I do in the downtime? How do I, or, even more importantly, folks that are just getting started and they want to be available for when the hurricane does hit, but they don't know when to quit their day job, right? Maybe they're in law enforcement or they're a teacher or they, whatever they do. And it sounds like they could sort of like gracefully, give their 4 weeks notice or whatever, and then jump on board with you guys and start building the skill set there. And then when storm season comes around, you've got the choice to deploy with you, or, if you still want to go do claim stuff, you can. So interesting. Yeah, that's encouraging. And if you want to learn exactly who Hancock is looking for and what kind of background you need or don't need to do this work, click on this video right here. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great storm.